Hello everyone, for today's vlog, I'll be teaching you the basics of Microsoft Excel or what we call the spreadsheet. So what I am using right now is the Microsoft Excel 2010. Before anything else, we need to know what are the parts of Microsoft Excel. So this one in here is what we call the title bar. And this whole icon in here is what we call the toolbar. So we have many buttons in here. So we have here for the file button, home button, insert button, page layout button, formulas button, data button, review button, and view button. So we can use this icon in the Microsoft Excel. So next is this one in here is what we call the name box or the name bar. And closer to it is what we call the formula bar. So this little rectangle in here is what we call the cell. So this column in here, which labeled by letters, is what we call the column heading. And this one in here with these numbers are what we call the row heading. And all of these little rectangles are what we call the worksheet windows. And this number of sheets in here is what we call the sheet tabs. And lastly, this small icon in here is what we call the navigation tab or navigation button. So the first basic thing that we need to know is how to move around the worksheet. We can move around the worksheet through the use of arrow keys. We can use the right arrow key to move at the right cell one at a time. We can also use the left arrow key to move at the left cell one at a time. We can also use the down arrow key to move downward, and we can also use the up arrow key to move upward. We can also use tab key to move across to the right one cell at a time, just like this. And to move to the left, we can hold Shift plus Tab key to move to the left. And if you want to move from one page to another, we can click the page down button just like this to transfer us from the other page. And if we want to go back to the other page or on the page 1, we click the page up. Next is what if we wanted to go to cells quickly? We can go to cells quickly by clicking the F5 button. So when clicking the F5 button, a dialog box will appear, and on the reference field, type the name of the cell. So for example, we wanted to go to cell D5, then press enter. Aside from F5, we can also use Control button plus G button. Same with F5, a dialog box will appear, and on the reference field, type the name of the cell that you wanted to go. So for example is E6 and press enter. Also, we can use the name bar or the name box. Just type the name of the cell, then press enter. So for example, F4. What if we wish to perform a function on a group of cells? So the first thing that we need to do is to select those cells by highlighting them. We can do this by pressing the F8 button. On cell A1, press the F8 button, and then a note, Extend Selection, will appear on the status bar. This means we're on extend mode. Click on cell E7, and then the Excel highlights cell A1 to E7. Then after that, click the Escape button and click anywhere to clear the worksheet. Another way to highlight a group of cells in order to perform a function on them is through the use of mouse. Click on the left button of the mouse, then drag through the cell that you wanted to highlight. And if you wanted to highlight another group of cells, press and hold the Control button and then highlight another group of cells by clicking the left button of the mouse and dragging it. And after that, click the Escape button and click anywhere to clear the worksheet. So the next thing that we need to know is how to enter a data. To enter a data in Microsoft Excel is very easy. So the first thing that we need to do is to place the cursor on the cell that you wish to input some data. Then type some data like your name, and in my case, I'll type my name. You can also enter a data through the use of the formula bar. So this one in here. So you can type the data, Jhuwe, then enter. And if you wish to edit the data that you enter, you can just double click the cell, then it's editable. You can change the data by clicking the backspace to erase characters and change the data. And also, you could change the data or delete the data through the use of F2. Just click on the cell, then press F2, and it becomes editable. What if the data you enter overlaps the other cell? Just like what if I enter my full name? See? The data that I enter overlaps the cell B2. So in order to avoid this, we can just wrap the text. So in the toolbar, in the home button, you can see the button wrap text. So just click this and then voila! It does not overlap the cell B2 anymore. So what if we wanted to delete the data on a cell or in a group of cells? So in order to delete the data, we just need to place the cursor in a cell or in a group of cells, then press the delete key button, just like this, and then the data is gone or deleted. So after inputting the data on the Microsoft Excel or after inputting the informations we need to input, this is how we save a file. So on the upper left corner, we can see here that in a green button, the file button. Just click this and then we can see here save, save as, open, close, and many other options. So we're going to click the save and then name your file. Don't forget to name your file. So in my case, I'll name my file as my name. And then select on which folder you wanted to save it. In my case, I wanted to save this in the document section and then click save. So after saving a file and you wish to close the Microsoft Excel app, on the upper right corner, we can see the close button in here. So this X icon. So just click this and then the Microsoft Excel is closed. So that's it for my tutorial today. See you next tutorial and bye-bye.